What the?
First up, a forehead flick, followed by a nice neck chop.
On the planet of Beerus, the god of destruction of the 7th universe, to try to become stronger and stronger, Goku went to Beerus' planet in hopes of having a small warm-up fight. Whis, who was observing the situation, was just sitting on a bench, where he observed the whole situation while eating some local snacks. Beerus said, "Goku, in the first place, why did you decide to come here? Wouldn't it be better for you to stay on Earth to focus on improving Ultra Instinct?" Goku said, "Yes, I know, Mr. Beerus, but I just can't improve my Ultra Instinct to become stronger, and it's a bit discouraging," said Goku, who felt a little discouraged.
Guys, before continuing this epic story, I left your like to help the channel, and of course, if you can, I also left a super thank you and help the channel financially, and also subscribe to the channel so you don't miss any news. Now let's go back to the video.
Whis, who was just observing the conversation, decided to participate in the conversation. Whis said, "I understand your discouragement, but there is a limit to everything. Saiyans have a tendency to get stronger. However, it won't be like this forever. You are immortal, and as such, have limits of one. There is nothing you can do about it. But don't worry, you still have a long and progressive path ahead of you until you reach the level of angels with your Ultra Instinct," spoke Whis, while drinking an orange juice. Beerus said, "Goku, Whis is right. For now you should just focus on Ultra Instinct. Don't complain like that with your mouth full. You have an excellent technique for combat, a technique that is difficult even for me who am a god of destruction. There is no reason for you to be so discouraged, just keep evolving," said Beerus, who threw a punch at Goku's chest, making him fall to the ground. Goku said, "You are really right, but the use of Ultra Instinct is very complicated. In addition to the fact that it has a huge drain on energy, this is not something advantageous in a battle. But if I have this weakness, I think I should just focus on improving." Whis said, "Well, Goku, if you're so discouraged about having difficulties in continuing, know that even Mr. Beerus, who is a god of destruction, has had certain problems getting stronger. In fact, he went through a lot of hardships millennia of years ago, and look how he is now. Now he is considered the strongest being in Universe 7, said Whis, who was trying to encourage the Saiyan. Beerus said, "Goku, to cheer you up, I'm going to tell you how I got so strong. This story takes place millennia of years before, so pay attention because I'm only going to tell this story once," Beerus said, getting ready to tell a little of his story. Then Beerus began to tell the story, a memory from millennia ago that stayed in his mind forever. And when Beerus started, a flashback came into his mind. Millennia of years ago, on a planet called Control, in a very precarious village called Ventilark, a young boy who looked to be in his 20s called Beerus trained tirelessly, hoping to be the strongest warrior and make his village proud. Meanwhile, a being who carried armor on his head in the shape of a bird and golden bracelets on his arms, and who wore the robes of a god of destruction, just watched the boy training, while showing a small smile. His name was Anubis, and he was the first god of destruction in the Universe 7. Anubis said, "Great, boy, you are getting absurdly strong very quickly. When I saw you for the first time, I confess I didn't expect you to reach such a high level, but I see that even a god like me can make mistakes sometimes. You really became very strong. Congratulations, Beerus." Anubis spoke, praising Beerus' progress. Beerus said, "Master, don't be so modest. Even though I have become a little stronger, I will never reach your level. After all, you are a god and I am a mortal. Our levels are very different." Anubis said, "Don't have that kind of thinking. You became the strongest warrior in Universe 7, you've been through countless battles, and, even though you had difficulties in some, you came out victorious and doing your best. I'm proud of you, Beerus. If you think that a mortal cannot reach the level of a god, know that even I was once a mortal like you, and became strong enough to reach that position. And I tell you, you have this potential," said Anubis, who showed a proud smile while encouraging Beerus. Beerus said, "Master, tell me something. Will the gods of destruction always be gods eternally?" Beerus said, curious about the gods. Anubis said, "No, despite being immortal in terms of eternal life, we can be replaced, of course, if that is the will of the great Zeno-sama. But there are some gods who seek out the strongest mortals in their universes in the hope of one day being able to retire." Beerus said, "What a stupid thing. Who would want to leave their position? Being a god must be a gift. I don't understand that." Beerus said, irritated by the attitude of the gods. Anubis said, well, in a way you are right, but being a god is not something like 1,000 wonders, because we have eternal life. We will see the universe evolving and evolving, people dying, time passing. This whole experience passes a feeling of tiredness and boredom. Sometimes being immortal is also a gift, said Anubis, explaining to Beerus that eternal life could sometimes not be so cool. Anubis said, Beerus, I ended up not informing you about this, but I want you to be my successor as God of Destruction. At first, I had no hope in you, but over time I saw your effort. And from today onwards, you are the new God of Destruction. I no longer want that position, spoke Anubis, who appeared to be confident in his decision. Beerus said, what? Are you just going to abdicate like that? Are you serious? Well, if that is your wish, I will be pleased to be your successor. After all, this is my dream, spoke Beerus, who knelt before Anubis. Anubis said, yes, I am sure of my decision. I no longer see any interest in being a god. I have a greater purpose in mind, and this purpose can only be fulfilled if I become immortal. Honestly, I have always preferred the life of a mortal than the life of a god, spoke Anubis, who immediately took off his God of Destruction clothes and put them on Beerus. Anubis, who was a god of destruction, was now a mortal who walked among humans. He knew the immense potential that Beerus possessed and that this potential should not be wasted. He knew that eventually Beerus would become strong enough to take over this very important role. Beerus said, I feel honored, Master. I will not bring dishonor to your former position, I can assure you of that, said Beerus, who continued kneeling before his master. Anubis said, Beerus, don't be so formal. You're a god and I'm just a mortal now. I'm proud of the man you've become. It's been a very fun 20 years, including for me, as I've already lived a lot. Now, I'm going to set off across the universe, explore and have as much fun as a mortal. See you later, Beerus. I hope we can meet someday. Anubis spoke, showing a smile, and after that he left the planet. Beerus, who was now standing, seemed to be calm about his master's departure, but inside, he was sad about it, as he would spend millennia of years without seeing him. And with that, the memory of Beerus came to an end in his mind, from what he remembered. Back to the present in Universe 7. Goku said, Mr. Beerus, what an incredible story. Now I understand how you became so strong even at such a young age. You were already considered the strongest warrior. There's no doubt. You're scary, Goku said enthusiastically. Whis said, I still cry about this story today. Mr. Beerus, do you want a hug? Spoke a sarcastic Whis. Beerus said, don't feel it, Whis. And Goku, if you tell this to anyone else, consider yourself a dead man, Beerus said, pointing his fingers at Goku. Goku said, right, this is our secret, and as you said, millennia have passed. This Anubis guy is still alive? Said Goku, who was happy. Beerus said, yes, he is, even though he is just a mortal. My former master's race has a longer lifespan, not to mention that when a god abdicates his position, he is graced with a longer lifespan for the work he did as a god, said Beerus, who was already suspicious due to Goku's question. Goku said, great, so, I would like to have a battle against him. Can you do that for me? Beerus said, you really are a strange guy. Despite your petulance, I would like to see you fight against him, and it's also time to meet my old master again, Beerus said, smiling in the corner of his face. In Universe 7 on Beerus' planet, Goku, who had now discovered that Beerus' master was alive, was eager to fight him. Goku was excited, ready to find Anubis and challenge him. Goku said, come on, Mr. Beerus. We have to get to this planet quickly. I'm really looking forward to challenging the first god of destruction. Even though he is no longer a god, he must still be extremely strong, right? Beerus said, of course you do, you idiot. Even if a god retires from his position, he will still retain the same powers he has acquired over the years. So, it is better for you to know at once that it is impossible for you to defeat him. Even I cannot defeat my former master. Whis said, Goku, are you sure about this? Beerus isn't just playing with you. Anubis really was a god different from the others. He had monstrous power. Think about it. If not even Mr. Beerus can against him, you can't do absolutely anything against him, Whis said, explaining how impossible the battle against Anubis would be. Goku said, yes, I already understand that he is strong, but still, my Saiyan instincts speak louder. I want to fight him and I'm going to give my all in this fight. It's been a while since I've had an exciting fight, so I'd like to test my limits against an ancient god of destruction, said Goku, smiling and convivial. Beerus said, okay then, since you want it so much, let's go. Whis, teleport to the planet. Beerus said, eager to meet his old friend and master who he hadn't seen in a long time, and this would be the perfect moment. And then, at that same moment, Whis uses his staff and teleports them to a planet that is far between galaxies, something very far from planet Earth. It was a planet called Kardec, a planet that was in a dark and uninhabited state, and its sky was characterized by an immense nebula that stood out mainly for its blood-red moon. Beerus thought, this place has really changed a lot during these millennia. Master, are you okay? Well, knowing you, you certainly must be, thought Beerus, who had a smile on his face. Now that Beerus, Goku, and Whis were on the planet where Anubis resided, they needed to find a way to find Anubis, and the only way available so far was to just walk and walk until they located the place where Anubis is. But after a few minutes they end up finding something. Beerus said, it looks like we found something. That cave that is right there on that hill. Let's go to it. Maybe we can find something there. Beerus spoke, his tone of voice had changed and it was possible to feel his anxiety. Whis said, yes, this cave houses an immense amount of energy emanating from within this cave. Interesting, let's go there. Whis said, curious about the cave. After observing the cave for so long, Beerus, Goku, and Whis go towards the cave, but unexpectedly there was a barrier in the cave that allowed only one person to enter at a time and, as expected, Goku volunteered to go to the cave, leaving Whis and Beerus to watch from the sidelines. Beerus was suspicious of what could happen inside that cave. However, Goku remained calm, entering the cave without any type of difficulty. Now, in the cave, it was possible to see several fragments of rocks on the ground and, at the same time, a wide variety of skeletons lying on the ground. Goku said, wow, what a strange place. There is absolutely no one here. In fact, the cave has completely closed on the other side. You can't see absolutely anything. What the hell? Goku said, trying to think of an exit method. Goku, who was thinking of ways to escape, ends up feeling a great chill in his belly, and little by little a being was formed from smoke. This being was Frieza, the Emperor of the Universe, but, unlike usual, his eyes were red and he didn't show any type of facial expression. He just looked at Goku. Goku said, what? Frieza? How are you here? This is impossible, said Goku with surprise. Frieza, who was just looking at Goku with a thirst for blood, tries to attack him with a quick blow, but Goku easily dodges. Soon after, Frieza tries to launch a gigantic ball of energy towards Goku, but Goku counters the ball of energy with his left arm. Then Goku fires several key blasts at Frieza and hits him. Frieza is badly injured. Goku, who was looking at Frieza, was no longer fighting seriously, as Goku was not having fun with that battle. Goku said, yes, with that I could tell that you're not the real Frieza. I can tell by the way you attack, act, and say absolutely nothing during the fight. Come on, show your full power, fake Frieza, said Goku, encouraging the illusion. As soon as Goku said these words, Frieza immediately attacked the Saiyan, and soon after that Goku and Frieza began to exchange extremely fast punches at each other, but while Frieza missed every blow, Goku counterattacked with his base form as he was not considering this as a real struggle. Goku said, maybe this cave can produce things from the past, that's why it appeared here, but I'm going to end it now. Goku immediately went to fake Frieza and threw countless punches followed by a powerful Kamehameha that lit up the entire cave, causing Frieza to completely extinguish. Goku just walked further and further through the cave, hoping to find someone in that location. Now, outside the cave, Whis said, Mr. Beerus, do you really think Goku can survive this challenge? Whis asked with a certain seriousness on his face. Beerus said, the challenge that Goku is going through consists of facing the most powerful and difficult enemy he has ever faced. If I manage to beat him, then it means he will be better able to at least witness my former master. Beerus spoke, being curious about the Saiyan's results. Whis said, wow, you could have told him the truth about this cave, maybe now he's in trouble, said Whis with his staff in hand and a serious look. Beerus said, no, Goku wouldn't die on a planet like this, he won't give up. It's not the first time I've seen Goku so excited after so long. I'm sure he'd love to face my former master. Beerus said, despite knowing the result, he was eager to know the result. Back to the cave. Goku, who continued walking through the cave, begins to see a body a little far in front of him. Something like a humanoid bird was watching him, but when Goku least expected it, something appeared behind his back, and that someone was Anubis, the ancient god of destruction. Anubis said, "Who are you?" Anubis said, looking strongly at Goku. The humanoid being who wore bird armor on his face and clothes similar to that of a god of destruction, watched Goku suspiciously in front of him. In a place very far from the full earth were the first god of destruction in Universe 7 Lives. Goku said, "Who are you? Are you the one who created this illusion to try to confuse me? If so, get ready, I will finish you right now." Anubis said, "Calm down, you're making a mistake. This cave existed on this planet before I even got here, so let's say that these illusions are things specific to this cave. And to answer your other question, no, I'm not an enemy, but if you want to interpret it that way, that's okay," said Anubis, who didn't seem to care about the way the Saiyan thought about it. Goku said, "One question, it's strange that you wear the same clothes as Mr. Beerus and other gods of destruction, but your aura differs a little from the others. It's strange," said a confused Goku, trying to understand what was happening. Anubis said, "Well, what is a being from a proud warrior race doing on this low-cost planet? I chose this planet precisely so as not to be disturbed," said Anubis, scratching his chin. Goku said, "Damn, but how do you know I'm a Saiyan?" "Well, from what I know, the Saiyans stopped selling planets a long time ago. Frieza's empire eliminated all the Saiyans, and I'm one of the few survivors." Goku spoke, clarifying things for Anubis. Anubis said, "What? Don't Saiyans sell planets anymore? And your race practically no longer exists? Damn, how long did I sleep?" This type of change is truly incredible. It seems that the surviving Saiyans stopped being savages over the years. At least that's what I can feel in you. Anubis spoke with his eyes shining with surprise. Anubis said, "To answer your question, I met the Saiyans millions of years ago, when they were still a precarious society in terms of technological development. But anyway, my name is Anubis. I'm just a strange bird who plays the wanderer around," spoke Anubis, who smiled a little as he said these words. Goku said, "What? Are you Anubis?" Thinking about it, the description that Mr. Beerus told me totally matches what I'm seeing now. It really is fascinating. I was looking for you, and with the help of Mr. Beerus and Whis, I managed to find you," Goku said very happily, not believing that the ancient god Anubis was in front of him. Anubis said, "Beerus? That damn brat. He must have become extremely strong over these millennia," spoke Anubis, who showed a little pride in his student Beerus. Goku said, "Well, Anubis, now that we know each other better, I would like to ask you a favor. Could you have a fight with me? To be honest, I'm only looking for you because of this. I would really like to have a battle against an ancient god of destruction. So, what do you think? Would you humbly accept my request?" Goku spoke, hoping that Anubis would accept his request. Anubis said, "You've come so far and yet you insist on having a fight with me. If Beerus told you a little about his past, he must have certainly told you how strong I am. Well, I accept the challenge," Anubis said, curious about the abilities of the Saiyan son Goku. When both were about to exchange several punches, two figures ended up appearing. Beerus and Whis had finally decided to enter the mysterious cave. At that same moment, Beerus had recognized his master at the same moment and, without wasting any time, ended up kneeling before him, and meanwhile, Whis looked at his old friend Anubis. Beerus said, "Master, if it has really been a long time, how are you? You remain practically the same as when you abdicated the throne of the god of destruction." Beerus said, surprised by the appearance of his former master that remained the same even over the years. Anubis said, "Beerus, you seem to be doing very well." "Yes, I'm fine. I managed to have a peaceful life without being bothered by absolutely anyone until your friend showed up here," Anubis said, happy to see his former student after many years. Whis said, "Hello, Lord Anubis, how are things? Know that Mr. Beerus was missing you?" Whis said, trying to make fun of Beerus. Beerus said, "Shut up, Whis. Before we even got here, we talked about it. Don't talk about it here." Beerus said, his face was a little red. Goku said, "Okay, now that we have the reunion happening, I think we can finally have our battle, right, Anubis?" spoke Goku, positioning himself in his classic combat team. Anubis, who was just watching the Saiyan's movements, sat on the ground, taking a pose as if he were meditating, and Goku, who got tired of waiting, finally decided to attack Anubis, while he was just waiting for the Saiyan to make his first blow to start the battle. Anubis hadn't moved a single muscle, but at the same moment Goku threw a kick that came close to hitting Anubis. However, the humanoid bird only expanded its aura a little and managed to push the Saiyan away and still cause damage to Goku. Goku, who realized that his attacks were not working, decided to use his maximum power in the use of Divine Ki, transforming into Super Saiyan Blue. From that moment on, Goku decides to throw several consecutive punches, kicks, and blasts of powerful energy at Anubis, but the ancient god blows the blasts of energy with extreme ease. Goku said, "Wow, you really are incredible, not even using Super Saiyan Blue. I can't even make you get up off the ground." Apparently, Mr. Beerus really wasn't joking or exaggerating in relation to his strength, Lord Anubis, said Goku, who was beginning to admire the strength of the ancient god of destruction Anubis. Anubis said, "Beerus totally knows me, so it's obvious that he wouldn't miss a guess like that. But anyway, let's continue with the battle. Enough talk," said Anubis, who this time stood up and waited for the Saiyan to attack again. Goku, who no longer wanted to play in battle, decides to activate full Ultra Instinct to try to level the battle, which surprises Anubis, as it was definitely the first time he had seen a mortal with such capacity. But this didn't intimidate Anubis in any way, it just made them both fight more and more. Anubis just parried Goku's attacks with ease. Anubis said, "You really are insistent. Even though you don't have the slightest chance of winning, you keep trying. This reminds me of a certain someone in the past," said Anubis, who defended Goku's attacks while looking at Beerus with a smile on his face. Goku said, "My goal is to fight strong people and become stronger and stronger, and for that, I need to meet new people to be able to surpass myself every day in my powers," said Goku, who felt increasingly admired about fighting Anubis. Then, Anubis and Goku continued to battle. Anubis decided to move away and project several energy blasts at Goku to try to catch him by surprise, but Goku manages to be fast enough to dodge all these key blasts. But Goku was already getting a little tired, but still, he had his determination to continue fighting. Goku increases his Ultra Instinct aura in an amazing way, and now, the fight that Goku wanted so much was almost coming to an end definitive. On a planet very far from planet Earth within Universe 7, Anubis said, "You're just wasting your time. Go back to your place of origin. You don't have the slightest chance of defeating me, understand? Even if you train for 100, 400, 500 years, or even centuries, you will never surpass me. You know this very well, but why do you still insist on this battle? That won't get you anywhere," said Anubis, who seemed to be irritated by the Saiyan's lack of knowledge. Goku said, "You really don't understand, do you? Yes, I know my current situation. I know that I cannot beat you, no matter the method, transformation, or technique. But still, I always enjoy the fights because I can feel the emotion they convey, and that's precisely why and other reasons I'm fighting you," Goku said, opening a defiant smile of emotion.
Guys, before continuing this epic story, I left your like to help the channel, and of course, if you can, I also left a super thank you and help the channel financially, and also subscribe to the channel so you don't miss any news. Now let's go back to the video.
Anubis said, "Saiyans are known for having a very peculiar personality, but I didn't imagine you were one of those. Well, if you want to keep fighting and getting beaten to the death, I have no problem with that, but please try not to die in the process. It would really be a shame if my former student's ward died here." Goku said, "I'm not going to die. Mr. Beerus and Mr. Whis are watching this fight. I can't disappoint them," said Goku, positioning himself once again in his combat pose. Goku moved at an unnatural speed towards Anubis, who was just looking on unconcerned. Goku, who was trying to be as fast as possible in front of Anubis, decided to attack him with a strong kick to his back, but Anubis easily defended him with a finger. However, the kick was just the Saiyan's plan, as Goku soon after released a large blast of ki, but he did not fire it at Anubis, which caused a large source of light that interfered with Anubis' vision for a few seconds. Goku, who didn't want to waste a single thousandth of time, prepares his Super Kamehameha concentrated with all his energy towards Anubis, with the intention of causing some type of damage. With a huge amount of smoke on the battlefield, it was possible to see Anubis with some scratches on his god attire, but nothing that would harm Beerus' former master. Goku was perplexed, as their combined strategies were not having the success they should have, but even so, the Saiyan was not shaken and continued trying to exchange blows with Anubis, who defended all of Goku's blows with extreme ease. Goku could see how unconcerned Anubis was, and although Goku tried some kind of crazy tactic to do some damage, nothing worked. Goku's mind was filled with countless thoughts, each one trying to find a way to cause some kind of damage to Anubis, until in one of these countless thoughts, Goku thought of something that he regretted not having used before. Goku thought, I've already tried to use all my main techniques that I use in casual battles, but I still haven't used Genkidama in a way I've never used. Damn, the negative point of this technique is that I can't use it instantly. Time will be something very important and crucial in this battle, thought Goku, who sounded more and more. Anubis said, Son Goku, why don't you just give up once and for all? This isn't a battle to the death, so you can rest assured. I don't like killing or humiliating people to an extreme level. You should just give up and go back to planet Earth. In fact, I see that you are getting distressed. It means you know you can't beat me, don't you? Said Anubis, who had a serious expression. Goku said, I told you before, I won't give up, no matter what you say. Yes, you're right, I can't win. No matter how much I improve in using Ultra Instinct or using strategies, I can't make a single scratch on you. But I have a secret technique, a technique that requires time to be carried out, and most importantly, the energy of all individuals in Universe 7, said Goku, with a smile on his face. Anubis said, I understand. So, do you want me to wait for you to complete this technique? It looks like you are preparing something interesting. I don't think I can overcome my curiosity. Anyway, do what you want. I allow you to complete the technique, said Anubis, who decided to sit on the floor again. Goku said, well, of course countless people wouldn't give up their energy just for me to use it in a casual battle like this, so I'll only ask for energy from my friends in Universe 7. Anubis said, okay, it's not like it makes any difference. Go ahead. I'm curious to see what you plan against me. Goku said, guys, you, from Universe 7, my friends, Vegeta, Gohan, Piccolo, all, please give me your energy right now. I am fighting an individual called Anubis, whose being was an ancient god of destruction from our Universe 7, but he is really someone very strong. Strong to the point that I need everyone's energy you to at least try to cause some kind of damage against him. Please help me. I know this may seem like a selfish request, but I'm asking please, said Goku, opening his arms to the sky, waiting to receive the energy. At that exact moment, Goku felt his hands becoming increasingly warmer. He could feel a great harmony and synchrony in his body. The energy of his friends was infiltrating his body. He felt stronger and stronger. He could feel the energy of Vegeta, Piccolo, Krillin, Gohan, Goten, Trunks, and all his companions he knew in life. They were all there, helping in this very difficult battle. Goku felt extremely strong compared to his old self. Now, he was confident that he could fight Anubis for a while longer. And then, Goku, who didn't want to waste time, instantly appears in front of Anubis, which causes the ancient god a little surprise, but he still pushes Goku away with a single touch of his fingers. Goku decides to release several key blasts to create a smoke screen, and to take advantage of this chance, he decides to attack Anubis with all his strength with his most powerful blows. Anubis could feel that Goku's blows were stronger and more refined, but there was still a long way to go before the Saiyan reached his level, something that would take millennia. Anubis counterattacks with a big headbutt on Goku and, to continue, delivers a small blast of ki to Goku's stomach, sending him to the ground. Goku said, no, I can't lose here. I gathered everyone's energy, everyone is counting on me. I cannot lose, at least, not now. Get ready, Anubis, now I'm going with everything, said Goku, flying towards Anubis with a punch. Goku tries to land a blow, but is surprised when Anubis defends it with his fingernail, which ends up breaking with the impact of the blow between Anubis and Goku. Anubis said, "Yeah, you finally managed to do some damage, although it wasn't what you expected. My nail is broken now, but it's okay, I can fix it later. Anyway, let's continue." Goku, who was close to Anubis, decides to go all out against the ancient god using a crazy sequence of continuous and super powerful blows that sent Anubis flying and ending up hitting a giant rock. But when Anubis emerged from the rubble, he was completely unharmed. But before Anubis expressed an expression of disinterest, now he seemed to be interested in Son Goku. Goku, who was excited, finally decides to use all his strength and end everything in a single blow, and to do so, he takes a certain distance against Anubis, preparing his punch with all his energy and also with the energy of his friends. His punch becomes increasingly stronger, and with a large amount of ki imbued in his punch, Goku soon flies at great speed against Anubis in an attempt to try and hit him, but is completely surprised by the great speed of Anubis, who appears behind the Saiyan and delivers a definitive blow, a blow that completely destabilizes Goku and makes him fall to the ground. Goku was on the ground, completely exhausted and tired, exhausted. Although he lost, he was happy because he had lost against someone who was extremely strong and possessed millennia of strength and experience. Anubis said, "Goku, it was a good fight. Even though I didn't move much, I thought the way you used your strategies was magnificent. It really was something very intelligent, but it's a shame that you were fighting someone like me." Anubis said, scratching his chin. Beerus said, "Well, as the fight ended, it's time for us to go. Goku, you've had fun, haven't you? Well, Whis, it's time to go. Master Anubis, I'm sorry to leave like this, but this idiot really doesn't know when to stop." Anubis said, He is unconscious at the moment, but I will heal him. Wait a moment," spoke Anubis, who soon placed his hands on Goku and began to heal the Saiyan. Goku, who was lying down with several wounds, was now as good as new. He had realized that he lost the fight, but he was still happy to have fought such a cool battle. Now, Goku was preparing to return to planet Earth with Beerus and Whis. Anubis said, "Well, my pupil, now that I've woken up after all this time, I think I'll visit your planet, but only when I finish solving some problems I have. Well, who knows, maybe I can visit planet Earth too, right?" said Anubis, who was smiling next to Beerus. Well guys, did you like the story? That was the end. Did you like it? If so, subscribe to the channel and leave a like, as this helps the channel a lot. Well, with the story finished, I say goodbye. Hugs to everyone. See you in the next video.